When passion meets controversy in the world of car restoration, sparks fly. Aaron Kaufman just dropped explosive revelations about Richard Rawlings, and what he said will shake the industry to its core. For years, Richard Rawlings dazzled audiences with jaw-dropping transformations on Fast and Loud, redefining car restoration as high-octane entertainment. Now, Aaron Kaufman, whose mastery and relentless pursuit of true craftsmanship once powered those iconic builds, has finally spoken up. In a candid, no-holds-barred confession, Kaufman reveals the hidden truths behind Rawlings's meteoric rise and the sacrifices made for the sake of spectacle. Get ready for a deep dive into the explosive clash between flash and substance. Stay tuned, because what unfolds next is bound to leave you astounded. Today, Aaron Kaufman finally speaks up, and his words are nothing short of explosive. Aaron Kaufman stated, "Richard, your work dazzles millions, yet I see a quiet shift from the soul of true restoration. There's an unmistakable depth in your relentless drive that hints at a divergence from our shared passion for genuine craftsmanship. I'm intrigued by the evolution of your creative spirit indeed." Fast and Loud is one of the most well-liked and profitable car-centered television programs that has aired in the past 10 years. Some of the most amazing car makeovers ever seen on television were produced by Gas Monkey Garage and its charismatic host Richard Rawlings over the course of 16 seasons. Rawlings' empire appeared to be unstoppable due to its high audience ratings and the emergence of numerous spin-offs. His name became a symbol of high-energy car entertainment, and he amassed a devoted following around the world due to his captivating personality and talent for transforming even the most dilapidated cars into works of art. But while Rawlings' star rose to unimaginable heights, another story was developing out of the public eye. In the midst of the chaos of TV-driven deadlines and pressure to create spectacle, Aaron Kaufman, the main builder and once the lifeblood of Gas Monkey Garage, started to feel more and more out of place. Even though he played a significant role in some of the most beautiful car builds on the show, Kaufman and Rawlings had a tense relationship that would eventually lead to Kaufman's decision to leave. After years of unrelenting effort and innumerable stunning builds, Aaron Kaufman made a decision in late 2016 that would permanently change the Fast and Loud landscape. When he left Gas Monkey Garage, he left behind more than just a job. He left behind a reputation for excellence and a long-lasting partnership that many people believed could never be broken. Fans are still troubled by his departure, which has led to a lot of conjecture about what went wrong between the two titans of the car business. Kaufman has consistently criticized the show's direction under Rawlings' direction in interviews. With a passion that could light up any workshop, Kaufman once said, "I wanted to build cars that were bigger, better, and built to last, not just for a 30-second highlight." However, TV required fast, flashy cars. Drama, not durability, was what they needed. Kaufman's growing dissatisfaction with an industry that increasingly valued entertainment over genuine craftsmanship is summed up in that straightforward but biting statement. His remarks are explosive, and they extend beyond a single remark. Kaufman has referred to the restoration process as a sacrifice of soul in a number of interviews, where the need to produce quick changes for the camera forces him to take shortcuts and lower the build quality. He cites the final straw as the final build on the show, Hot Off the Pantera, where the show's requirement for a speedy, camera-ready finish irreversibly clashed with the creative vision of true restoration. He clarified, "It wasn't just about the car, it was about honoring the machine and maintaining integrity. Additionally, you aren't actually producing cars when you start doing so for television." Fundamentally, the disagreement between Richard Rawlings and Aaron Kaufman is one of ideology. Rawlings, a self-made businessman, is on one side. His media-savvy approach transformed car restoration into exhilarating entertainment, revolutionizing the automotive industry. His approach is unreservedly audacious, a combination of quick deals, quick-fire negotiations, and an unwavering desire to keep the cameras rolling. Unquestionably, his method has popularized restoration and inspired a new generation of auto enthusiasts who are enthralled with the sight of change. Aaron Kaufman, on the other hand, is a purist whose love of automobiles stems from the finer points of mechanical expertise. Every project is a labor of love for Kaufman, a meticulous procedure that necessitates reverence for the artistry and technical accuracy needed to fully restore a car. Kaufman highlights that every car has a story and deserves to be treated with the care that only true craftsmanship can provide. His outbursts are a rallying cry for people who think that quality should never be compromised for the sake of ratings, and it is evident how frustrated he is by the transition from artistry to entertainment. Kaufman's critiques go beyond aesthetics. They go right to the core of the restoration procedure. If you're not willing to take the time to do it right, then you're just selling a fantasy, he said in one particularly heated moment. His remarks struck a deep chord, casting doubt on the idea that TV's fast pacing and glitz can ever fully replace the deliberate, slow work required to create a truly outstanding build. According to Kaufman, a true restoration involves more than just the finished product. It also entails making sure that every part is expertly made, functions as a whole, and that the car is as dependable as it is gorgeous after it has been rebuilt. Few people have ever seen the story behind the scenes of Fast and Loud, one of long hours, extreme pressure, and the unspoken costs of living in front of the camera. The reality for people in the workshop is much more complicated, even though viewers are treated to moments of triumph and intense excitement. Years of seeing this exact contradiction fueled Aaron Kaufman's explosive outburst. He recalls, "There were times when we worked until our hands bled, all in an effort to meet a deadline. And throughout, the emphasis was on creating a visually appealing car for a brief moment on camera, rather than creating a long-lasting product." Many members of the automotive community have found resonance in these open admissions, believing that the necessity of entertaining is overshadowing the true spirit of restoration. A recurrent theme in Kaufman's story is the conflict between quality and speed. He explains a situation in which decisions that compromised the work's integrity were made under pressure to produce dramatic revelations. He says, "It feels like we were in a race against time." Quality was the first thing to fall behind in that race. Such provocative remarks have sparked discussions among fans, with many wondering if Fast and Loud success comes at too high a cost to the art form. Kaufman's passionate appeal is a call for a paradigm shift in the field of auto restoration rather than just a criticism. In his ideal industry, the artistry and painstaking craftsmanship that formerly characterized the profession will be honored and maintained. He says, "Let's create cars that are not only beautiful to look at on film, but also durable." His remarks serve as a call to action for a return to the craft's foundations and a shift in emphasis from show to content. He sparked a discussion that goes well beyond television. It is a more comprehensive analysis of how contemporary media has changed industries, sometimes at the price of fundamental principles. Kaufman's message is both a warning and a validation for those who have devoted their lives to the restoration craft. Aaron Kaufman's explosive remarks have had immediate and extensive effects. Fans of Fast and Loud are now reconsidering the nature of Kaufman and Rawlings' collaboration, which they once saw as an unbreakable bond. Some people now wonder if the breakup was inevitable, while others still hold on to the memories of the early days when the pair's friendship and common goal seemed unbreakable. In actuality, as Kaufman claims, their career and personal trajectories had already diverged long before he left in 2016. He states, "We never really saw eye to eye. He was a showman, and I was an employee, and over time, that difference became too significant to overlook." Kaufman believes that the explosive outburst is about starting a dialogue and calling for the industry to rediscover its soul, not about destroying bridges. He clarifies, "I'm not against entertainment. However, we must keep in mind that true restoration is an art form, a loving labor that merits celebration for its integrity rather than merely its attention-grabbing qualities." His statement challenges the new standards that have arisen in the wake of the car-building tradition while also paying homage to it.